covering general composition and quality of fruits and vegetables in this module. So, first of all, we must understand what is the difference between vegetables and fruits, because we all have to make our half plate full of fruits and vegetables every day. So, any vegetable or 100% vegetable juice counts as a member of vegetable group. So, vegetables, they may be raw or cooked, fresh, frozen in the form of canning, or dried or dehydrated vegetables, and may be whole, cut up, or mashed. And fruit or 100% fruit juice counts as part of the fruit group. And fruits may be fresh, canned, frozen, or dried. They can be whole, cut up, or pureed. They can be in the puree form. And some commonly eaten fruits are like apple, mango, guava, lychee, apricots, banana, so many fruits, orange, citrus family, oranges, these all are included in fruits. So this is the recommended daily amount of fruits and vegetables. Like for fruits, you should consume 2.5 cups per day, and vegetables 3 cups per day. Then we come to the definitions of fruits. So fruit is the edible part of the plant that contains a seed or matured ovary of a flower. And vegetables, they are the edible part of the plant tissue, including roots, bulb, stem, flowers, leaves, seeds, and fruits. So if you are going to classify the fruits, they are of many types. Like drupes, they are having large pit or seed, and they grow on trees. For the examples of drupes are apricot, cherry, peach, etc. Pomes, they have core that contains seeds, and they grow on trees. The examples are apple and pear. Citrus fruits have leathery skin, and the segments, they are filled with juicy pellets. Citrus fruits, they also grow on trees. The examples are grapefruit, lemon, lime, and orange. If we talk about berries, they are small juicy fruits that contain tiny seeds, and examples are blackberry, blueberry, cranberry, grape, raspberry, strawberry. Melons, they are the large, moist fruits that grow on vines and contain seeds. They have thick skin that may be rough, or the skin can be smooth. The examples are honeydew, watermelon, cassava, cantaloupe. And tropical fruits, they grow only in warm, sunny climates. For example, banana, avocado, coconut, guava, kiwi, mango, pineapple. If you are going to classify the vegetables, they are also of many types. Like for example, bulbs, these are the underground structure where the plant nutrients reserves are stored. And round bud with the stem and overlapping leaves. The examples are garlic, onion, shallot, leek, etc. Similarly, flower, the blooms or flower buds of edible plants which are being eaten as vegetables are broccoli, cauliflower, artichoke. The fruit vegetables, they contain the seeds of the vegetables. For example, cucumber, eggplant, pepper, squash, tomato. Leaves of edible plants consumed as vegetables are cabbage, lettuce, spinach, Brussels sprouts, kale, etc. The fleshy roots of edible plants which are being consumed as vegetables are beets, carrots, parsnips, turnip. And vegetables which are grown and eaten in the form of seeds are corn, green beans, peas. The edible stalk and leaves of plants being consumed as vegetables are asparagus, bok choy, celery, rhubarb. Similarly, the vegetables which are grown underground are known as tubers. For example, potatoes. These are the shoot forms actually, and the good example is potato. So lots of nutrients they are being provided by fruits and vegetables, like vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin K, B vitamins. These all are helpful for maintaining a good health. Like vitamin C, it helps in healing wounds. This is required for healthy teeth and gums. Vitamin A is required for healthy eyes, healthy skin. It also protects against infection. Vitamin K is required for healthy RBCs, and it also acts for the clotting of blood. Vitamin B is required for healthy skin, nerves, tissue. It also helps in providing us energy. Similarly, lots of minerals they are being provided by vegetables and fruits. Like calcium is required for healthy bones and teeth, potassium for maintaining good blood pressure, magnesium is required for healthy bones, folate is required to protect against spinal cord defects, iron is required for healthy RBCs, and sodium is required for normal cell functioning and blood pressure. And fiber, intake of fiber, it helps in reducing the risk of colon cancer as well. Now, the selection of fruits and vegetables should be done judicially, and there are some guidelines which are required to select the produce. That is, the seasonal vegetables and fruits they should be preferred, and they should be of best quality. The selected fruits or vegetables they should be firm to touch, and they should be crisp. They should have the right bright color, and should not be wilted. It should be of good shape, and it should be heavy for its size, and should have good aroma in good condition. And the things to be avoided while selection are the fruits and vegetables they should not neither be too soft or nor too hard, and they should not be over or underripe. They should not be damaged or briced or decayed or mildewed. They should not be discolored, mottled or dull, or in any shabby conditions should be avoided. Now, for proper storage of fruits and vegetables, like if we have to store the fruits and vegetables in fresh conditions at the room temperature, we must use those fresh fruits and vegetables within few days. And some can be left at room temperature to ripen instead of refrigerating them. Similarly, for dried storage, the fruits should be stored in fruits and vegetables both should be stored in cool dark place, because the warm conditions they cause the spoilage earlier. And the food rotation should be used, as rotating these fruits and vegetable supplies using FIFO, first in and first out method should be done, because the fruits should be placed in order of their receiving. So date on the fruits or on the receipt should be mentioned, and they should be used, the best before or use by date should be marked on the products made by fruits or vegetables. And similarly, most will last from 4 months to a year. If we have to use canned fruits or vegetables, then we must check the use by date on the can. Most canned goods have a shelf life of about 2 years, and they should be stored at if they are being stored at room temperature, then temperature should not exceed 72°F. It should be about 72°F. Most frozen and canned foods are processed within hours of harvest, so their flavor and nutritional values they are being preserved. And even the research studies they show that recipes prepared with canned foods had similar nutritional values to those prepared with fresh or frozen ingredients. Frozen foods they also require little preparation time. Further, they can be used by minimal processing. And the foods, if we have to store the foods in frozen conditions, then the temperature should be in the range of -18 degrees centigrade to -21 degrees centigrade, and they should be used before the use by date on the package. As a rule, they should be used within 6 months. So, if we want to preserve the nutrient components, these are some of the methods which are to be followed. The cooking time should be short, least cooking time should be given to such products, and the vegetables should be covered while cooking so that the nutrient should not escape in the steam, and the whole and cook vegetables whole and unpeeled wherever possible. Leave edible skin on vegetables when possible, because many vitamins and minerals they are found in the outer leaves, skin and area just below the skin. And the foods should be cooked as close to serving time as possible. Instead of wasting nutrients that have leached away during cooking, the water should be saved, and that water can be used in soups, stews, gravies and sauces, as it is nutritionally rich water. Cut produce with long cooking times into large pieces, because then the less surface area will be exposed, and so the loss of vitamins will be less. Many plant enzymes they are easily destroyed by heat. We need enzymes for life. We don't get enough as many people eat too many processed foods devoid of them. Adding a destructive cooking method to the plant foods only adds a digestion burden on our